So we have 10 new big updates about the Galaxy S25 Ultra today, from Samsung doubling down on AI to making some interesting changes with the S25 Ultra. Let's get right into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So first up, here's an interesting development. As smartphone technology becomes more iterative, year-over-year upgrades are less about groundbreaking changes and more about fine-tuning. Phone companies are now focusing heavily on software features, especially those powered by AI, to keep things fresh and exciting. As you know, Google leads the pack when it comes to AI. While Apple is still trying to get their AI features right with the iPhone 16, even after being a year behind, Samsung played it smart. Thanks to their strong partnership with Google, they introduced Google's AI model to the Galaxy S24 series earlier this year. Now Samsung is teaming up with Google once again to bring the new Gemini Nano multimodality AI model to the Galaxy S25 series. You're probably wondering, what's the big deal about this new AI model? Well, quite a bit actually. To put it simply, the Gemini Nano multimodality is an upgraded version of the AI model found in the S24. It's designed to handle more complex tasks, providing even more accurate and useful results. What sets it apart is that it can process information from various sources, whether it's text, images, or audio, making its responses more intelligent and contextually accurate. The best part is all processed on the device itself, meaning you won't have to rely on the cloud for those features. The Pixel 9 already uses this AI model to power things like Pixel Screenshots, TalkBack, and Pixel Recorder, and now the S25 Ultra will do the same. Here's where things get really interesting. Earlier today, MediaTek announced that its upcoming Dimensity 9400 chipset will be optimized for Google Gemini Nano with multimodality. That's cool and all, but what's really got people talking is a detail in Google's official press release. There's some speculation based on the wording that a future Samsung phone could feature a flagship MediaTek chip. Some are even saying it could be the Galaxy S25. The idea is that the S25 and S25 Plus might come with either Snapdragon or MediaTek chips based on the region, while the S25 Ultra would exclusively use the Snapdragon chip. This actually makes sense considering Samsung recently switched to using MediaTek chips in their Tab S10 lineup. But hold up, before you get excited or disappointed, let me tell you why I think this won't happen just yet. People are reading too much into the wording. Sure, Samsung could make the switch if Qualcomm continues to raise their chip prices or if Exynos chips continue to lag behind in performance. It might happen in the future with the Galaxy S26 or beyond, but I don't think we'll see it with the S25. If MediaTek was involved, we'll probably already have some benchmark leaks, but so far there's nothing. So I'm pretty confident all the Galaxy S25 models will stick with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chip. Of course, I'll keep an ear to the ground and let you know if anything changes. Speaking of software, Samsung recently gave us a sneak peek of One UI 7 on the S24 Ultra, and it's quite a shift from One UI 6.1. To be honest, it feels like Samsung is taking another step towards making their interface look more like iOS. Ice Universe even made a render of the S25 Ultra to show off how the new quick panel design will look, and it's much rounder now. Based on the comments from my last video, opinions on One UI seem mixed. Some people love it, others not so much. Personally, I like it. Sure, it's got some iOS vibes, which isn't my favorite, but overall it's cleaner than what we have right now. The Galaxy S25 series will be the first to officially launch with One UI 7, and that's happening in January. Now let's talk about size. We've got a screen protector leak that shows the exact size differences across the S25 lineup. The S25 Ultra isn't as rounded as its siblings because it needs room to store the S Pen. Many of you have been wondering if the S25 Ultra will also have Gorilla Glass armor protection, and the answer is yes. However, what's more intriguing is the possibility that the regular S25 and S25 Plus may get an anti-reflective coating, if not the Gorilla Glass armor. If you're unfamiliar, Samsung recently added anti-reflective coating to its latest Tab S10 lineup, and from what I've seen, it does an impressive job of reducing reflections, almost on par with the S24 Ultra. While my full review of the Tab S10 Ultra is coming soon, it's important to note that the tablets don't use Gorilla Glass armor, but rather Samsung's own tech. Both the Tab S10 Plus and S10 Ultra feature this coating, so it makes sense for Samsung to bring this tech to their flagship phones, the S25 and S25 Plus. Though it may not offer the same level of scratch resistance as Gorilla Glass Armor, this coating still makes a noticeable difference in your day-to-day experience, especially for outdoor use. In addition to that, we've also got a hands-on look at a dummy unit of the S25 Ultra. This aluminum model is used by case makers, but it gives us a good idea of how the phone will feel in hand. What stands out is how rounded the corners are compared to the sharper, squared-off corners we're used to seeing on the Ultra models. The camera lenses are also placed much closer together than on the S24 Ultra. The S25 Ultra will be 0.4mm thinner and 14 grams lighter than the S24 Ultra, so it should feel more comfortable to hold. There's also a dummy unit of the regular S25, and again, we're seeing those closely placed camera lenses. Speaking of which, we've also got some case leaks that line up with everything else we've been hearing about the phone's design. Now let's talk about performance. The S25 Ultra will feature the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chip worldwide, but here's a twist. It's not going to be called the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4. Qualcomm is apparently rebranding it as the Snapdragon 8 Elite. This is a huge deal for Qualcomm because it's their first chip with the new Orion cores, the same ones used in the Snapdragon X Elite laptop chips. Those cores offer a significant power boost, so Qualcomm wants to make sure everyone knows this is a big step forward. And speaking of power, the S25 Ultra with this new chip has already been benchmarked, and it officially surpasses the iPhone 16 Pro Max in Geekbench scores, making it the fastest smartphone chip on the planet right now. What's even crazier is the chip's frequency. It's clocked at 4.47 GHz, which is insane. Since this chip is built on a 3nm process, we're expecting efficiency improvements, so any extra power draw from the chip will likely be offset, meaning we can expect battery performance similar to, hopefully better than the S24 Ultra. Next, there were rumors that the S25 Ultra would come with 16GB of RAM, and Iceuniverse has now confirmed that it's indeed happening. This extra RAM is being included specifically to ensure the AI features run smoothly and efficiently. But it's not just about the extra memory. Previous reports indicate that the S25 Ultra may also come equipped with the latest LPDDR6 DRAM modules, offering a significant boost in both performance and efficiency compared to anything currently available. Finally, here's some good news for you. If you've recently updated your phone to One UI 6.1.1, you might have noticed that Samsung, while adding some cool features, removed a fan favorite one called the GIF creator for some reason. And yeah, a lot of people weren't happy about that. Well, here's the good news. After listening to the feedback, Samsung has confirmed they're bringing the GIF creator back. According to a Samsung forum moderator, we can expect it to return by the end of October. The reason it was removed? Samsung was reorganizing the Smart Select feature to make room for some AI-powered upgrades, and unfortunately the GIF creator didn't make the cut in time. But don't worry, it's coming back, and hopefully in a more accessible way than before. So all in all, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is shaping up to be a serious powerhouse both in terms of hardware and software. If you want to learn more about the 10 big changes coming with One UI 7, click here to watch my video, and I'll see you there.